Our conquered land has been freed. And now we are going around in our conquered land, and there is not even one Israeli soldier. Allah Akbar.
From that moment we agreed. It was a matter of a second. I motioned to her that if the terrorists enter our safe room, I am for sure not going with the terrorists. There is no chance. I ask her if she gives me permission to kill her and the kid, and she answers me that yes, she gives me permission to kill everyone in the family.
I understand that this will happen. I wanted that it would happen already. That we could just get it done with already.
The decision was decisive. There is no chance that we are going with them alive.
You think that you could have done it if you would have had to do it?
Yes, I would have done it. 100%.
We look at each other and we motion so that our daughter will not understand. And I say to him, and that he should do the same to our daughter. We are not getting out of here alive. They are not going to get us out alive.
The fate of Miri, Miki, and their young daughter Neda was supposed to be similar to the fate of many other families in the kibbutzes in the area of the Gaza envelope who were cruelly killed inside of their homes. There was one detail which helped them out and probably saved their lives. Miki is an operator in one of the special units in the Israeli police. How did you manage with a handgun in the face of RPGs, AK-47s, and grenades? A handgun, a Glock, how?
Shooting at short distances, accuracy, and level-headedness. That's it. And always being on the attack.
What was your other option? To hide and not to attack?
If I would have done that, I would not have survived. I would have never survived. Being on the attack and responding was what changed the situation.
6:30 a.m. on the 7th of October in Nahal Oz catches them as a non-stop barrage of mortars strike, which were targeting the kibbutz. Their oldest daughter, Ofri, was camping out the previous night with her friends in a tent. After they check up on her and check that she was in a bomb shelter and is in a safe place, they return home.
Already 40 minutes after the barrage, we started to hear gunfire in the surrounding area of the kibbutz. I thought at the time that it was the IDF or something. Maybe something on the border fence because this happens sometimes. Then I understood that the gunfire is getting closer and sounding louder. Suddenly you are getting WhatsApp messages that there are terrorists in people's houses. You start to hear screams, voices in Arabic, loads of terrorists. They are yelling in megaphones that they have conquered the kibbutz and that the IDF is not there, and that everyone that is there should come out and surrender. I placed my wife and daughter in the bomb shelter and told them to be quiet. At this time, we had no news or electricity.
My husband felt that something strange was up. I was confident that it was the IDF firing.
Miki takes his Glock 19 and arms himself with as many magazines that he has.
I had a handgun with one magazine and another magazine in my pocket. I understood that I needed more magazines, so I had a hiding place with spare magazines that I stored in case a situation like this ever happened. I waited in the living room. Suddenly they started to break through the shutters and the windows. In the beginning they started from one direction. I ran next to the bomb shelter to our bedroom. I grabbed a corner and I waited until they actually entered in through the window. Then I simply shot them. There were 3 terrorists. I shot them at point blank to the head. Shots to the face, neck, shoulder. They were that close. I remember their screams. I remember the guy's name who I shot, their panic. After a few seconds, a second window from the other side of the house started to be broken into. The same thing happened again. I run there, the same battle happens on the window. I neutralize the situation, I get reorganized again. Then I hear them coming in large number. I heard them come in some type of jeep. I hear them coming, yelling. They are angry. Then an RPG hits the front door. The door goes flying. I recover quickly and understand what is happening. I then grab a corner by the hallway and hide. They come in. I grab a corner. Every time they came into the hallway, they would shoot tons without any aiming. I would wait. One would enter the hallway and I would shoot him once or twice. This is how it went for about an hour and a half, shooting non-stop.
For Miki, it is clear that the Hamas terrorists knew exactly where they were going, to which neighborhood in the kibbutz, and to which house in the kibbutz. They were searching for him. They wanted to take him captive.
They wanted me to surrender so they could take me. That was their goal.
Did you hear them say this?
I now understand that this was their goal. Why wouldn't they just blow up my house? On 2 occasions, the neighbor who was taken hostage came to our house. They brought the mother. She was crying, telling us to come out, that if I did not come out, they would kill everyone. Then they brought her daughter. The girl told me the same thing, to please surrender. Then, after a few seconds, the girl started to cry and said, "Sorry, don't surrender. I am sorry." This is a girl who is maybe 10 or 12 years old. She is crying. I hear her cries and her hysteria. I told her that I love her, then they took her.
What happened to this girl?
They are kidnapped or missing. There was one more boy who was 16 who they brought to our house. I understood also with him that I should not open the door for him since he is their hostage. This was how they were trying to manipulate people of the kibbutz.
You had no dilemma with not opening?
I had no dilemma at all. Even now, after the fact, there is no dilemma at all. This boy was killed.
This was Tomer?
It was Tomer. Luna, come over here, beautiful. She is scared. She sees soldiers and people and is not confident. Come, Luna. I think out of fear she was close to me the whole time. She couldn't protect me. She was behind me, next to me the whole entire time. One of the times they came in, I gave the order for Luna to attack them. But she would not attack. I saw in her eyes how in shock she was. I realized that I had to continue to battle and stop the danger, because Luna was not going to help.
She was supposed to attack?
She was supposed to attack.
After hours of combat between Miki and the terrorists, they started psychological warfare. For the most part, it was from the Hamas commander of the attack on Nahal Oz.
He tells me that if I do not surrender now, he will blow up the entire bomb shelter and no one will survive. I used this time to buy some time and started to converse with him. I said, I am getting ready to surrender. I just needed him to promise not to hurt my wife and daughter. I also needed some time to prepare, and that I am a little injured and need to bandage myself. I also started to ask him questions regarding Islam and the Quran. Why are you doing things like this? You are not commanded to do this. And he answers me. He says that in Islam they do not kill women and children. He speaks fluent English. He says he will take care of me. He says he will give me water. He is a smart guy who knows what and why he is doing what he is doing. At a certain point he yells and says, "The time is up. I am not speaking anymore with you. I am going to start a countdown." I see him with an RPG standing aligned with the bomb shelter door. As he is standing there, he is counting backwards. Why are you counting? He says that if you do not exit, I will shoot into the bomb shelter and end everything. He is counting backwards. At 10 or 12 seconds, I yell at him to stop. I say I am exiting in order to surrender. He says he wants me to exit with my hands up and kick the handgun outside of the door. I tell him to promise to not kill my family, and if he is going to keep his promise that he should lower the RPG. Why should you stand opposite me with an RPG? For a split second that he says, "You are right." I remember that he starts to lower the RPG, and at that moment I open the door, run towards him and shot him.
You charged at him.
I charged at him, and it was done.
Can you tell us how many you battled against, or how many did you shoot?
In my estimation, I shot between 10 and 14 terrorists.
Everyone that entered into your house?
Yes,
So how many were in the kibbutz in total if just by you there were that many?
my opinion, at least 300 if not more. There were loads.
You believe 300?
At least.
My husband is a big hero. He is a big hero. It is hard for me to say that, because many of the homes and families did not have a handgun or a firearm to protect themselves with. We had luck. Maybe some of it was fate. Maybe there was protection from above. I am not a believer in God, but maybe in any case. But what's with the ones that did not have this? It is hard for me to say, wow, we were saved, because so many were not saved. The joy is not really joy of life yet. We can say partially thank you, but it is hard to say thank you when the pain is so great amongst so many families in Israel.
It is not a feeling of being a hero. It is hard for me. I have close friends who were killed and are not with me. In the end of the day, I protected my family. If I could have done more, it is mixed feelings.
Do you think about them?
A lot. Every day, I sit here and they are not here. It is hard. Very hard. It is hard to eat at a time when I do not know if they are eating or drinking.
Meanwhile, they are staying in kibbutz Kramim. The whole family, also Ofri, their eldest daughter, who they could not contact during the whole entire horrible Saturday. They are trying to digest what they went through during that Black Saturday. How, with the help of a Glock, Miki was able to kill, injure, and push back from his home more than 10 fully armed terrorists. You said that you want to get back into combat and fight the terrorists? What are the motivations for this? After all, you could stay back and protect your family after all that you went through.
First and foremost, I want to give a feeling of security, that we are helping our area. There is also a strong feeling of vengeance. Vengeance is the feeling. We have to bring back the respect of our beloved ones that were treated in such an evil way. It's as simple as that.
It's impossible to forget about this feeling currently, correct?
Correct. This feeling is strong and very strong.
It's the feeling of the whole country, in my opinion. Thank you for all that you did. We can't understand what happened.
I can't understand, but it happened.